congrats to all who got in on Nvidia with us in here today. Let's see if we can take it for another ride tomorrow. We finally got the news we wanted. Those H200 chips are now going to be allowed to be sold to China. So that is good news. We saw that initial pop in here today where you had that. We're sitting at what, like 183-ish, right around there. And then boom, just a nice little run up to 187. And then a big pullback in here to right around that same previous level, right around that 183s. And then obviously that run into 4 o'clock, and then boom, now in after hours we're sitting up here right around those mid 189. So the question is, how much further is this thing going to run up between now and market open tomorrow at 9:30? It's going to be interesting to see what happens right around that 4 o'clock in the morning area when everything does start opening up for pre-market. So between 4 and around 9:30, it's going to be interesting to see exactly what happens in here. So we mentioned that we did have a lot of unusual activity as far as volume, just straight volume on your calls for last Friday's expiration. Today, this coming Friday's expiration, same thing, just huge call volume on the 190s, on the 185s, just big volume everywhere. And then finally, we got the push, we got the news that we needed in here, and it looks like after hours is going to reward everybody with a nice big gap up going tomorrow. Obviously, things could change between now and then, but overall, it looks like we're going to gap up pretty bigly going into tomorrow's open. Where does that kind of put us here on this weekly chart? Well, obviously, we're looking at 195. That's really nothing stopping us to get to that resistance on the weekly chart. Anything above there, we're looking at that $200 range. On the downside, we're looking at 183. That's our 9-day EMA. And then we're looking at 173. If we do look at the daily chart, 192 is going to be a place in there that you do want to kind of be concerned with as far as if we're going to open up close to there tomorrow, if we do get a run up tomorrow. 192.5, that is going to be a area that we're going to watch on the daily chart. That could be a short-term place for us to kind of set up shop. And then on a downside, obviously, if we want to tighten up this 183 right here, we can take it and put it right around that 185 area, because that was a place where we popped up to right this morning. It's really right around that 185.20 area. That's a place that we popped up to right at open in here. And then we had that pullback before we got that big 1 o'clock pop in here. So those are the levels we're looking at overall. As far as our expected moves go, since our volatility got expanded in here with that big roller coaster that we had in here overall, your volatility is pricing in right around a $7 expected move. Obviously, that's going to change with this move that's happening after hours. But right now, as of 4 o'clock, when we're trading at 185, a $7 expected move was priced in, and we're looking at right around a $11 expected move by next Friday. So we're going to see what happens in here as we continue throughout the night in here. We're going to monitor how Nvidia acts overall with itself, can compare that to the market as well. And then we're going to play this thing accordingly. We're not going to go too crazy in here, but we're just going to let this thing kind of play out and see where we open at tomorrow. Let the options and the flow dictate how we're going to react to this. But all in all, it looks like if you are holding calls going into tomorrow, you're going to be gapped up and rewarded for that nicely. So we're actually, as we're ending this video right now, 189.68 is where we're at. We're at $4 and some change higher after hours than where we closed. So congrats to all who played the day. Let's see if we can take it for another ride in here tomorrow. All right, guys, if you like this video, make sure to check us out on all of our social media. We also have a Discord service if you are interested, and you can find all of our socials in the description below.